Cursor Pro costs $20 and includes $20 of third-party model usage. GitHub Copilot Pro costs $10, includes 1,500 AI credits, and GitHub now defines one credit as 1 cent, $15 of included credit. Claude Pro costs $20 too, but publishes no fixed dollar wallet, only relative usage with optional overage billed at standard API rates. 3 subscriptions, 3 contracts. One question, what does your money actually buy? I went back through the current official pricing documents and rebuilt this comparison from zero. By the end, you will have the exact cost-only points where GitHub and Cursor's higher plans become cheaper, plus a calculator for your own workload. You will also know why Claude needs a different decision rule. Those crossover points exclude every plan-specific feature. This is a bill comparison, not a claim that one product writes better code. 3 rules before we touch the numbers. These are individual plans on monthly billing, checked on July 26th, 2026. Every published figure comes from the vendor's own documentation. Every calculation I make is labeled derived. And an included allowance is not cash, cashback, or a refund. It is only the amount of metered usage bundled into a subscription. Model quality, product features, taxes, and convenience remain outside the arithmetic. The market now uses 3 different contracts. GitHub gives you credits with a published cent value. Cursor gives you a dollar-denominated third-party model allowance. Claude gives you access under a relative usage limit, then offers additional usage at standard API rates. Those can all appear as one monthly price on a card, but they transfer risk differently. One fixes the unit, one fixes a wallet, and one fixes access without publishing the wallet. Start with GitHub, because its current system is finally convertible. Copilot Pro is $10 and includes 1,500 AI credits. Pro Plus is $39 with 7,000. Max is $100 with 20,000. GitHub now states that one AI credit equals 1 cent, so we no longer need to guess what a credit represents financially. Multiply each allowance by 1 cent, and the 3 included pools become $15, $70, and $200. The seat price and the included pool are separate numbers, which is exactly why dividing the subscription price by the credits would give the wrong credit value. Now divide each included pool by its plan price. Pro bundles, $1.50 of credit allowance for every dollar of subscription price. Pro Plus bundles, roughly $1.79. Max bundles, $2. Those are derived usage allocation ratios, not discounts paid back to you, and not measurements of total plan value. The ratio simply reveals how aggressively GitHub increases the included credit allocation as you move up the ladder. The useful question is not when you exhaust an allowance. It is when upgrading costs less than staying put and buying more credits. Pro Plus costs $29 more than Pro. At 1 cent per credit, that difference buys 2,900 credits. Add those to Pro's 1,500, and the plans tie at 4,400 monthly credits. Max costs $61 more than Pro Plus. That buys 6,100 credits beyond Pro Plus's 7,000. So the second tie is 13,100. Below each line, the smaller plan plus overage is cheaper. Above it, the larger plan is cheaper. These are derived, cost-only crossovers, and they explicitly exclude plan-specific features. A credit is still not a prompt, an hour, or a completed feature. GitHub says model and token prices affect what an interaction consumes, and agent behavior changes the work performed behind one request. That means 4,400 credits tells you where the bill crosses, but not how much code you will produce before reaching it. The missing number is personal, your average credits per accepted task. Once you measure that, GitHub's published unit becomes genuinely useful. Cursor uses a cleaner looking unit, dollars of third-party model usage. Pro costs $20 and includes $20 of that usage. Pro Plus costs $60 and includes $70. Ultra costs $200 and includes $400. The important phrase is third-party model usage. Cursor's documentation says different models consume that pool at their API pricing. These are not cash balances, they are metered model cost allocations inside the product, alongside whatever access and product features each plan provides. The allowance divided by the sticker price is 1 times on Pro, roughly 1.17 times on Pro Plus, and 2 times on Ultra. Again, those are derived usage allocation ratios only. They do not price the editor, agents, integrations, support, or any plan-specific capability. They show how the included model wallet changes as the subscription becomes larger. Now draw the cost lines. At $60 of measured monthly third-party usage, Pro would cost $60 after $40 beyond its included $20. Pro Plus also costs $60 and still covers that usage. At $210 of usage, Pro Plus reaches $200 after it's included $70, while Ultra costs $200. So the derived crossover points are $60 and $210 of monthly usage. They are cost-only crossovers and exclude every plan-specific feature. This is why my $20 plan includes $20 is true but incomplete. The subscription may also buy product access you value, while the usage wallet only measures one part of the contract. It also means you should not upgrade merely because the current allowance is exhausted once. Exhausting $20 is not the same as crossing 60. Compare the projected complete bill with the next plan over more than one billing cycle, then separately decide whether that plan's additional features matter to you. Claude cannot be placed on the same curve from its public plan allowance alone. Pro costs $20. Max is described as 5 times or 20 times more usage than Pro rather than as a fixed dollar pool. Claude also allows additional usage to be billed at standard API rates when that option is enabled. The overage has a financial unit and appears as a separate charge. The included Pro allowance does not have a published dollar denomination that lets us value it in advance. We can price the pipe after the limit, but not the size of the tank before it. That does not mean Claude gives you nothing, and it does not prove the plan is bad value. It means the pricing page alone cannot produce an honest cost crossover. A relative multiplier needs a defined base, and the base here is not a fixed public dollar wallet. Dividing the $20 fee by 5 times would manufacture a unit that Anthropic never published. For Claude, the missing evidence has to come from your own account. How much real work fits inside the included access, how often you reach the displayed boundary, and how much optional overage your normal workload creates. So here is what the same looking subscription actually buys. Copilot gives you a defined number of 1-cent credits. Cursor gives you a defined number of third-party usage dollars. Claude gives you access under a relative allowance, followed by optional API-priced overage. GitHub and Cursor can produce a pre-use cost curve. Claude requires observed usage. The plans are not incomprehensible anymore. They are simply 3 different financial products that should never have been compared by sticker price alone. To compare them honestly, stop counting prompts. Define one accepted coding task, a bug fixed, a test written, or a feature completed with a diff you actually keep. Sample 20 representative tasks, including easy and difficult work. For each one, record the product, plan, reported credits, or usage dollars, whether you accepted the result and the time you spent. Rejected work still consumed usage, but accepted tasks give you the denominator that matters. Estimate monthly tasks from accepted tasks per week multiplied by 4.33. Now, every vendor's unit can be attached to work you actually kept. For Copilot, divide total credits consumed by accepted tasks. Multiply that average by your expected monthly task count. Your projected bill is the planned fee plus projected credits beyond the included allowance multiplied by 1 cent. Run that same formula for Pro, Pro Plus, and Max. Do not compare the allowance alone. 4,400 and 13,100 credits remain cost. Only crossover markers that exclude plan-specific features. Your measured credits per task translate those markers into an approximate number of completed tasks. Update the average each month because model routing or a change in project size can move it. For Cursor, divide the reported third-party usage dollars by accepted tasks, then multiply by your projected monthly tasks. Compare the resulting usage with the $20, $70, and $400 included pools. Add usage beyond each pool to that plan's fee. $60 and $210 of projected monthly usage are the derived cost-only crossover points, and they exclude plan-specific features. Keep the model name beside each sample, because switching models can change how quickly the same-looking task drains the pool. Your own accepted task data tells you how quickly you approach the line. For Claude, use the same task log but a different projection. Record how much accepted work fits within the included access and when the usage boundary appears. If additional usage is enabled, record the actual overage dollars generated by the same sample. Project that observed overage across your expected month, then add it to the pro fee. Compare the result with the next plan's price difference. Repeat the observation across at least 2 normal cycles, so one deadline week does not choose your plan. Because the included allowance is relative, this is an empirical decision, not a universal crossover derived from the pricing page. This calculator has limits. Consumption can change with the model, context, retries, task difficulty, caching, and product behavior. Prices, allowances, and plan structures can change after July 26, 2026. Taxes and regional pricing can change the final charge too. A cheaper accepted task is not automatically a better task, and usage cost does not measure correctness, security, maintenance burden, or time saved. A tool that solves the right problem in one pass may be cheaper in practice even with a higher unit cost. This method answers one narrow question well: which plan best fits the workload you actually observed? It does not declare a universal winner. The rule is simple. Do not upgrade because a card says Plus, Pro, Max, or Ultra. Start with the smallest plan that fits. Measure accepted work, not prompt count. Upgrade when your workload crosses the cost-only line twice and when the plan-specific features justify the move. Then measure again, because these contracts will change. If this saves you from buying allowance you do not need, subscribe back. The dev lens the why behind the efficient code. See you in the next one.